Hey Canucks fans, hope you're well on this Tuesday. Haven't done one of these one-take vlogs in a while, but this topic is worth talking about. Quinn Hughes has been nominated for the Norris Trophy as the NHL's best defenseman, and no surprise, he is nominated alongside Kell Macar of the Colorado Avalanche and Werenski of the Columbus Blue Jackets. And right off the bat, let me just say that I think, and most pundits think, that Kell Macar will indeed win this award. And that's not a slight on Werenski. That's certainly not a slight on Quinn Hughes. But tip to tip, from start to finish, Kell Macar has had a really, really good season, as Hughes did, as Werenski did. But from a consistency, and when you just look at the stats, I think the stats bear out why Makar should win. We can talk about Quinn Hughes first. Obviously, we Canucks fans absolutely love him. We Canucks fans absolutely don't want to lose him after 2 seasons, the next 2 years. We Canucks fans basically want to do everything we can. We want the team to do everything that it can to make sure that Quinn Hughes does stay and doesn't bolt to New Jersey to play with his brothers or anywhere else. And he had a phenomenal season. In fact, you could argue he was a Hart Trophy candidate for the first half of the season, all the way up, and then he missed a couple weeks around Christmas, New Year's time, and then unfortunately he missed basically all of February. He got hurt, I think, in that Dallas game at the end of January, basically right after we made that trade, right before the trade deadline for JT Miller. We traded JT Miller away, got Hedel, then we ended trading for Marcus Perry. You guys know all that kind of stuff, but it was just it was tough that Hughes got hurt around that time. So like I said, he missed almost all February, which included the Four Nations face-off. So instead of playing 80, 81 games, 82 games, Quinn Hughes ends up playing only 68 games. So that's a big difference. That's 14 games that he missed due to injury, but still puts together a wonderful season of 76 points in those 68 games, including 16 goals and 60 assists. And I'll get to some of the other stats when I compare the 3 players. So Quinn Hughes, we know, MVP of this club. Really, along with Kevin Lankin at the start of the year, the only reason why the Canucks were in contention despite all their adversity. And that's why he's so valuable to this team and one of the best defensemen in the league. Some would say the best defenseman in the league, arguably him and Kell Macar. Before I get to Makar, Werenski had a wonderful season for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Like the Vancouver Canucks, the Blue Jackets didn't make the playoffs, so I think that's another factor we got to look at here. But Rinsky, remarkably consistent, played 81 of the 82 games. He had 82 points, so he had 6 more points than Hughes in 13 more games played, so Hughes had a better points per game. But yeah, Rinsky had 23 goals, 59 assists for 82 points. So 82 points in 81 games, obviously easy math, that's just over a point per game. And he was excellent where Quinn Hughes was only a +2. Werenski was a +12 on a non-playoff team. So I've always known that he's good. Then when I started to hear about some Norris Trophy consideration for Werenski, I really paid attention to him when the Canucks played against the Blue Jackets during the season. And Werenski also played on the Four Nations team for the U.S. that Quinn Hughes wasn't on. So really, really good player, and I think probably will finish in second. I'm not sure who's going to finish second between Hughes and Werenski. Werenski did play 13 more games, like I said, so he would be a deserving runner-up to who I do think is going to be the winner, and that's Kell Macar. I really like Makar. I don't dislike him just because he plays the same position as Quinn Hughes. But Makar, what can you say? 80 games played. And Makar has had a history of injury. And so for him to play 80 of the 82 games, and obviously very strong, and a phenomenal in terms of offense. I know they don't just give it to the defense. It might seem like it, but they don't just give the Norris Trophy to the defenseman with the most points. But Makar had 92 points in those 80 games. 30 of them goals. 30 goals as a defenseman, 62 assists, 92 points, and he was a +28. Now, granted, he was playing on a very strong Colorado Avalanche team. Colorado makes the playoffs. Vancouver and Columbus don't, so that's you got to factor that in. And he gets to play with Nathan MacKinnon. I get that, but Kell Macar, he's a special player. He does a lot of the same things that Quinn Hughes does in terms of speed bursts, edge work, and add to all of that, he's a right shot defenseman, which are, as you guys know, very valuable in the league. So when you stack up the games played, Makar 80, Werenski 81, Hughes 68. Stack up the points, 92 for Makar, Werenski at 82, and Hughes at 76. Points per game, basically Makar and Hughes are about equal at 1.16, I believe it is, whereas Werenski's only basically 1.00. I think it's 1.01, but still a very good season for him. But then overall, just when you look at time of ice, actually is another time on ice is another good one where I'm trying to look up as I do this. And yeah, points per game. Makar is 1.12, Quinn is 1.12, and then Werenski is 1.01. And then I did see time on ice, which is a big factor as well. Yeah, here we go. Werenski played 26:44 a game. Hughes played 25:43. Makar played 25:42. So basically identical in terms of ice time for Makar and Hughes. But I think when you put it all together, you look at the Colorado Avalanche making the playoffs, you look at Kell Macar playing basically the full season, 80 of the 82 games, and you look at him as having a 10-point lead over Werenski. Like I said, they don't base it, it might seem like it, but they don't base it on who has the most points. So, and Makar did that, and he had the better points per game by a hair over Quinn Hughes. I do think, and I'm being as unbiased as I can, I do think if Quinn Hughes did not get hurt around Christmas time, and especially around the end of January, and played in the Four Nations, even though that doesn't really count in the consideration, I wouldn't say he was a runaway winner, but I'd like to think that he would be in the favorite, or at least 50-50 with Makar. But Hughes did miss those 14 games, and admittedly, when he came back from injury, granted the team wasn't great either, but you could tell that he wasn't 100%, and he wasn't the same dominant self that he was prior to his injury. So you factor that into Makar, a stronger finish to the season. I think Werenski was steady all along. I think Hughes was really good, then dipped off a bit, and then Makar was steady, and then kind of ramped up at the end. So 3 great defensemen, can't really go wrong, but if I was to predict, I think Kell Macar will win the Norris. I think Werenski will come in second just because he did play 81 of the 82 games, and Quinn Hughes will come in third, and who knows how high he would have come if he didn't get injured. So Canucks fans, would love your take. Do you agree with me that it's going to be Makar's award to lose? Do you agree with me that Hughes might come in third in this voting, and there's no shame in that considering his season and the adversity he faced? And overall, I think we should just be proud of our captain, the fact that 1 year after winning the Norris Trophy, he's again a finalist for the award. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Shout out to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate, Coach Patrick Lee, Weight Loss Coach. Thank you, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Line Change, legendary Carol Bovelander, and legendary Andrew Chang. Yes, we have 4 legends now. It's amazing. Thanks to Hall of Fame and franchise members for your support as well. And thanks to all of you for watching, liking, and subscribing. On the way out, like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. You can leave a tip and help me out, leave a donation. And most importantly, give me your thoughts down below. Quinn Hughes nominated for the Norris Trophy Award. Best defenseman in the NHL. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. God bless, and go Canucks go.